In the presidential election of 1860, Abraham Lincoln gets but 2.5% of the popular vote in Maryland. In Anne Arundel County, where the Duvalls live, he receives 3 votes. But Lincoln wins the national election with a solid block of votes from the North. States in the Deep South begin to secede. Border states, such as Maryland, caught in the middle, adopt a wait-and-see position. Most Marylanders despise the extremists on both sides. On April 12, 1861, General P.G.T. Beauregard orders his men to fire on United States troops at Fort Sumter, South Carolina. Neither side suffers casualties, but the war has begun. The following Monday, President Lincoln asked the governors of northern states for 75,000 volunteers to put down the rebellion. His first priority is the security of the capital. To get to Washington, the troops will have to pass through a hostile Baltimore. A Baltimore that had stood its ground at Fort McHenry against the British in the War of 1812. 3 days later, Pennsylvania volunteers arrive in Baltimore. They are attacked by a mob. The war, having started bloodlessly in South Carolina, is finding its first casualties from hostile action in Maryland.
The despot seal is on thy shore, Maryland, my Maryland.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
His torch is at thy temple door, Maryland, my Maryland.
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
Avenge the patriotic gore that flecked the streets of Baltimore, and be the battle queen of yore, Maryland, my Maryland.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
I hear the distant thunder hum, Maryland, my Maryland. The old line's bugle, fife and drum, Maryland, my Maryland.
And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
She is not dead, nor deaf, nor dumb. Huzzah, she spurns the northern scum. She breathes, she burns, she'll come, she'll come. Maryland, my Maryland.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
In Maryland and throughout the South, The Baltimore riot of April 19, 1861, enters popular consciousness as a massacre by invading Northern soldiers of Maryland citizens defending their sovereignty.
Our people viewed the passage of armed troops of another state through the streets as an invasion of our soil and could not be restrained. George William Brown, Mayor of Baltimore.
In the North, people are outraged. Newly activated military units vow to go through Baltimore or die. To circumvent Baltimore, Northern troops destined for Washington are routed through Annapolis. Northern soldiers now flood into Maryland. Many regiments come by way of a railroad junction in neighboring Pennsylvania, a town called Gettysburg.